today's Christmas spot, we're going to be looking at the new Forever Fun Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer figures. These figures come included with a card game, apparently called On the Nose. Play Rudolph's On the Nose card game, starter cards included inside. Pick this up at Toys R Us. You know how big of a fan I am of when it comes to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Having already done the reviews of the older Rudolph figures, when I saw these I thought, nah, you know, new size, why not? Yes, apparently they are a new size. Up at the corner there, new size, fully articulated figure. They are much smaller than the original Rudolph figures, and also appears that they come with a snow base. Rudolph also comes with what looks to be a wreath. Down below there's a picture of Rudolph, ages 6 and up. The package is neat because if you decide you want to keep these sealed in package, you can still see the characters fairly easy. And on the back of the package, other figures that you can get that make up this wave. New figures in a new size. We've got Santa Claus with suit and 3 presents. We've got Hermie with hammer and dentistry book. Sam the Snowman with banjo. And finally down below we've got Rudolph with wreath and snow base. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, a holiday classic, comes to life. Poseable figures of favorite characters from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer are great holiday fun and are perfect for enhancing your seasonal decor too. Seasonal decor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and we are going to have a look at the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer new figurines. There's more on the way, guys. Stay tuned. As for the On the Nose game, apparently it's just a basic memory game. As you'll see that you'll get 2 of every card. Each one of these figurines come, or I keep saying figurines, each one of these articulated figures come with these starter cards. So we've got, I guess if Spot can count correctly, we've got 8 cards. 8 cards, and we've got 4 figures as far as I know that have these cards. So you're looking at 32 cards. On the back, there's nothing there, so I'm sure everybody's played memory game at some point in their life. You get 2 of the ones that match, you win. What you win, I don't know. You might win the kid's, I don't know. You might win his bike, who knows. I'm sure his parents would be totally against whatever stipulations were put in place for this card game, but I'll just put those aside. The other thing that Rudolph comes with, before we look at Rudolph, is he comes with a snow base. The snow base is very, very similar texture-wise, and the plastic that was used, very similar to the Charlie Brown Christmas bases that were that kind of irregular square shape. They don't do any, it does nothing. There's no peg holes, there's nothing really to it. But you can have Rudolph sitting on it if you want, just like so. Rudolph also comes with a wreath. Wreath is nice enough, and I like the fact that on the back it's not hollow. I know sometimes when you get things that are really nice accessories, the undersiding is usually either unfinished or it's just hollow or completely open in the back. But you get a completely finished wreath, which I like quite a bit. Let's move that aside. Put that right there. Let's have a look at Rudolph. First of all, he's a very misleading figure. He's misleading in the fact that the nose itself, the way it's been made, the first thing I thought, and it could just be me, is the first thing I thought, oh, it lights up. It lights up very similar to the other Rudolph figure. Well, there is no activation switch whatsoever. There is no battery compartment. This nose does not light up. It's nice. It's nice looking Rudolph. One thing you will notice is he's off-colored. His body, his middle body area, is a different color than the rest of his, well, his legs, his tail, and his neck and head are all one color. This base, the main torso of Rudolph, is clearly a different color. And I'm hoping the camera can pick it up because, I don't know, maybe in person, I don't know, if you had it in a distance, you might not notice it, but it is pretty obvious. You can see it. I really don't know why it's not off color like that. The face is nice. And for anyone, I'm sure anyone would have asked for a bit of a comparison. We'll just put Rudolph right there, the newer figure. And I'll reach off camera and I'll bring in the one that I reviewed last year. And you can see that they share very similar features. In fact, I think the back legs are probably reused, as well as the tail. Let's zoom closer in. While this one benefits from additional articulation, I think it is a night and day comparison to the much nicer Rudolph from the older line. And this one actually does light up. Unfortunately, I don't have it lit up right now. I still haven't changed the battery on it, but the little tail in the back would light up the nose on Rudolph. Also for scale comparisons. I'll reach off camera and I'll bring in young buck Rudolph. Now this one actually does light up. Just to give you guys a comparison on all three. Move him aside. The original Rudolph that I reviewed had a ball jointed head. So you can kind of move it left and right a little bit, but mostly you just turn it side to side. The legs moved in and out, in and out, in and out. And then the tail moved only just to activate the light on the Rudolph here. I would say that's the only thing that this particular Rudolph benefits from, is the fact that not only does he have that, but his head can swivel back and forth. His neck can move up and down. His tail really doesn't do anything, nothing whatsoever. But his front legs can move out. You can also bend at the knees. And the back legs just have a single point. Oh, and by the way, if anybody was interested, you can take the wreath, and apparently you can put it over his head. Easier said than done. Doesn't seem to be an easy way to get the wreath on. It doesn't really matter to me because I wouldn't have it posed with the wreath anyways, but it's not a bad Rudolph. I kind of like that it's a smaller scale, but some issues really are plaguing this figure. For one thing, the coloring of the main torso being off-colored from the rest of the figure. Had it just stayed with the same coloring as the head, and the legs, I think the figure as a whole would have been pretty cool. I like the fact that it's got the extra joints in his knee, which the original Rudolph did not have. But I think I also like the face a little more on the original Rudolph versus the face on the newer figure. I don't know. I don't know if I could really recommend it. Being that they are out now, they're easier to come by. I would say really only a true Rudolph fan that maybe wants to get it, maybe didn't get the original line the first time around, or really just likes collecting Rudolph things. Perhaps this might be a figure that you might like. If not, yeah, you know what? It's a pass. It's a bit of a pass. Still like this fact it has a snow base, and you know what? I might even cheat and just put Rudolph on the snow base as is. The other Rudolph. For today's Christmas spot, we're having a look at the Forever Fun, the new Rudolph figures. Extra articulation is good, but still doesn't make up for, I think, a couple of weak aspects to the figure. Thank you guys for watching. As you always do, stay tuned for more Christmas spots, and I will see you guys next time. She thinks I'm cute.